Well, welcome everybody back to Marketing Mondays. Happy July 8th. I'm really excited. I was just talking to Taylor before we got started. I am so excited about this one, the role of earned media. The more that I was doing a little bit of extra research on this, it just kind of brought all of my ideas together as far as the importance of it, along with the other types of media. So we're going to jump right in. We'll be covering another important public relations topic. So the role of earned media and collaborative campaigns. We'll begin by covering the three types of media, and that includes paid, owned, and then earned, of course. And each type of media can certainly help you all reach your target audiences, also increase brand awareness, and then keep your businesses not just sustainable, but also successful. So even though we're going to primarily focus on earned media today, if you can strategically use all three types of media, then you're basically creating and contributing a powerful marketing toolkit. So I am PJ Ortinetsky, one of your hosts today. I'm a full-time communication director at Appalachian State University in Boone, and I have been blessed to be in the tourism industry since the late 90s. Yes, that kind of ages me a little bit. And no, I didn't start when I was like 3. So I've been in there since high school, college. I started working in restaurants and eventually got into guest ranches and fishing lodges and cross-country ski resorts. And now I get to be a part of Uplift, which I'm super excited. And I work in public relations and various marketing programming for Uplift. And then Miss Kara Treadway, our other host, is also here. She is our marketing program specialist. She's also our brand expert and overall marketing guru, and she will be managing the chat today. So let's look at today's blueprint. So first, we're going to dive into those three main types of media and how they fit into your marketing and communication strategy. So that includes what is paid media, then we'll discuss what is owned media, and finally, we'll really dive into what is earned media. And since this session focuses primarily on the earned portion, we'll dive in a little bit deeper, really into the importance of earned media, how it can boost your overall marketing efforts, and then we'll build off of that, incorporate the power of collaboration, which is something we've discussed throughout the year in our Marketing Mondays, and really was one of the big priorities for all of our regions when we kind of first started Uplift back in 2023 to go in and help kind of network and bring that collaboration together. So, that added step of the partnership can really boost your overall PR efforts, which is why we're including this as part of our session today. So then we'll discuss how collaborative campaigns can help. Then we'll get a little more granular with some specific examples of collaborative strategies. Finally, we'll share some tips on how to get started. And then after that, we'll look at a few examples of some impactful collaborative efforts. Hopefully that will help inspire your ideas. We'll go through key takeaways, and then we'll save a little bit of time for Q&A. All right, so what is paid media? So paid media is any form of advertising or recognition that an organization pays for to promote its brand. It could be your products, services, offerings, with the intention to reach a wider audience. So that may include traditional, online, creative channels such as social media, website, radio, television, print ads, sponsorships, out of home, like billboards, paid search, advertorials, and it is a communication investment that helps you reach your specific target audience. So that's paid, really anything that you're paying for. Next is owned media. This is probably one of the most valuable because you own every piece of it. So it can be the most impactful. And this is any online or physical content or channel that a brand creates and controls. It's fully owned by the brand and includes your website, your blogs, your social media accounts, your email lists, mailing lists, podcasts, videos, webinars, forums. All of those are things that you specifically own. And then, what we're going to talk about today is earned media. So this refers to exposure, awareness, or recognition that a brand receives through from third-party sources without paying for it. So it could come from guests, customers, clients, influencers, creators, or even independent media who voluntarily share or discuss the product or service you're offering. Some examples might include when someone else shares your social media content, or they mention you and they tag you in Instagram, Facebook, something like that. Any of your reposts, or if they repost your content, if a guest leaves a review for you. Traditional word of mouth is still huge, just those meaningful conversations where someone is talking about their experience and mentions your business, or offering media coverage, articles by media outlets, interviews with organizational representatives, some mentions in podcasts, editorials, again, web traffic. All of this is what is considered earned media, because you have earned it. All right, so now that we've discussed what earned media is, let's look into the importance of earned media. So first, it can significantly boost your visibility. As we all know, marketing, advertising, communication can be very expensive. Talk about paid media. But with earned media, something like a positive review on a travel blog, or a mention in influential social media posts, or maybe a feature in a travel magazine, this has helped increase the visibility of small tourism businesses. It can attract new visitors who trust these third-party endorsements more so than just paid advertising. It also builds credibility and develops trust with audiences. Building relationships is probably one of the most important communication efforts available to rural tourism. And really, it's something that, rural tourism has been traditionally known for. Think about the reputation for North Carolina and Southern charm, Southern hospitality. People are nice. And I can attest to it, living in Montana for a while. People there are nice, but they keep to themselves, which is perfectly fine. As soon as we moved back to the South, we were in our house for about 2 hours, and we had cookies and cakes and all this other yummy stuff. People are just nice, and they wave when you're driving and everything. So just, think about that trust that you're developing with a great audience. Earned media helps establish this credibility among potential customers and visitors, when you're featured in reputable publications or endorsed by trusted influencers, because it signals that, potential guests will receive this quality experience, and that encourages customers or visitors to move to action. It's also cost effective, unlike paid advertising, which can oftentimes be very expensive, especially for small businesses. A favorable review or a featured article can help provide significant attention without that cost. It also serves as an endorsement for your business. So there are very few things that are more powerful and influential for your business than somebody else saying great things about you. There's long-term impacts and benefits. Think about a positive blog or a post. Those remain online indefinitely, as far as we know. And so continuing to attract customers over the lifespan of that post, and that can really be valuable to you. It also attracts visitors, the local, regional, out of state. Have you ever been scrolling through reels, 10 o'clock at night, and something travel related catches your eye? Maybe some of the waterfalls in North Carolina, or I know for me, my stomach's always growling, so a food festival video, or if you're a holiday enthusiast with those charming reels of like the Hallmark-esque towns during Christmas, and all of a sudden I want to watch a Christmas movie, and that usually happens for me in October. So anyway, it helps you feel that instant holiday spirit. It's also ethical. Unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, audiences are definitely more critical of organizations that are paying for likes and followers. We've all seen the word sponsored on social media, either Facebook, Instagram posts. So when you have earned media, it's just that you've earned it through actual real experiences by those who are publishing this content. So it's an impartial evaluation by a respected source. And then finally, it's authentic. It's earned through merit. It was deserving without being paid for. It's something that is generated organically, and that's perceived as more genuine than trustworthy. All right, so now that we've covered the 3 types of media with a focus on earned media, let's discuss how to boost those efforts and help you get the most out of the time that you're committing to this effort. And this is where we bring in additional resources that'll help reach more people in a positive way, and that's through collaboration. Right. So how do collaborative campaigns help? So first, think about collective resources, which can result in cost saving. So it allows multiple businesses and organizations to pool their resources, whether it's financial, product or services, or even just time. And by sharing those resources, everyone can achieve a more significant impact without having to bear the full expense individually. So this cost efficiency that enabled even like the smallest operators to participate in some sort of marketing initiative that may not otherwise be possible. It also can be helpful in expanding your audience and also engagement. As you partner with other businesses, each business or participant can tap into the existing other customers' database. So this cross-promotion strategy helps to expand the reach beyond your audience, beyond their audience, and it attracts new and diverse groups of potential customers. So it also can improve or give you more engaging experiences, such as like a joint event or co-branded promotions, and that captures interest and enthusiasm of a broader audience. It can also create comprehensive and compelling content. So think about more diverse perspectives, more diverse skills and ideas, and this results in richer, more varied content. So partners can combine their unique strengths and create something that is a more comprehensive promotional material that tells a multifaceted story, and that also can appeal to a wider range of interests and preferences. Number 4, it does a greater good. Think about collaborative campaigns that can focus on community-driven initiatives, and that highlights local culture and heritage, sustainability efforts. So by working together, the partners can amplify their positive impact on the community, and that helps to contribute to the greater good. And so these socially responsible efforts can typically resonate really well with your potential guests and customers who put a high value on ethical and community-focused brands. Talked a little bit about this before, enhancing and building your credibility. So when organizations that are reputable join forces for a collaborative campaign, that mutual endorsement kind of enhances the other credibility. So consumers are more likely to trust and respect businesses that are associated with other reliable and well-regarded entities. Think about even like a friend that then you find out they're friends with somebody else, and that kind of just makes you feel happy. And so it's why it's so important to work with a partner that aligns with your brand and your values. And then finally, it diversifies your content. Talked a little bit about more comprehensive and compelling content. Very, very similar. As each partner contributes different elements, whether it's expertise or creative ideas or unique offerings, this variety keeps the audience engaged and interested, and that provides fresh and dynamic content, and that can stand out amongst your competitors. So here's an example. Think about a regional TDA, and they collaborate with local artists, agritourism partners, outdoor adventure companies, say breweries, restaurants, and attractions, and they create a multifaceted campaign, whether it's seasonal or whether it's around a specific event that's coming up. And that helps to showcase the region's art, land, trails, farm tours, outdoor adventures, maybe beer or wine tours, local cuisine. So this compelling campaign, or it could be an itinerary, attracts a wide audience of rural tourism enthusiasts, and that boosts the economy for the whole region. It helps develop rural tourism ambassadors that want to come back and then hopefully share their experiences. All right, so now let's look at some strategies for collaboration. So these joint campaigns, and that might be a product or a service bundling. So that involves combining complementary products or services from different businesses into a single package at a specific price. So that can offer some greater value to the customers and make it more attractive than just purchasing something by itself. You can also cross-promote. So if each business is promoting the other one's services or offerings, it helps develop a new customer base and broaden your marketing, your reach through the market. So one example might be a local bed and breakfast. So they create a holiday package. We're back to the holidays already, and it's in July, so bear with me. And they partner with a local tree farm and say maybe a local coffee shop And so they create like this great holiday package that includes a Christmas tree and maybe like a coffee gift basket, or your first two specialty drinks in the morning as you warm up and go out looking for Christmas trees. And that might be a kind of a fun getaway package for two. And you have event collaboration. And I know, when we first started Marketing Mondays, Kara went through special event marketing. So thinking about collaborating, partnering with other businesses or organizations, and then hosting an event together. So you're sharing the responsibilities, you're also getting shared benefits. It might be a farmer's market, a food or beverage festival. Think about things like an art walk. Another strategy would be content collaboration. So this involves creating and sharing content in partnership with other businesses or influencers, again, to help reach a wider audience. So getting those diverse perspectives gives you different viewpoints, different expertise, just makes it more engaging. And then also a broader reach, it's disseminated across multiple channels. So if you're doing a collab post on Instagram, think about your followers and also the partner's followers. And so it's going out to more people. So an example, travel influencer partners with a local adventure company, and they produce a series of posts or videos about outdoor activities in the area. So the adventure company gets exposure to the influencer's audience, and then the influencer gets some unique content that continues to keep their audiences engaged. All right, partnership hosting. So this would be, if you collaborated with another organization to host an event, promotion, or activity, typically at, whoever's hosting the event. So it could be something like an event to business after hours where, an insurance company wants to partner with like a wine bar to host an event. And so both organizations get to benefit. Maybe the insurance company sponsors the food and refreshments, and then the wine bar closes down, or is the hosting, and they cover the fees that would be associated with renting the place. This helps to increase exposure for both organizations. And then sponsorships or fundraising partners. This is a great one, because I know that we all like to do good things for our community, but that can be expensive. And so if you can partner with someone and then, it could be like a golf tournament or a holiday fundraiser, this results in shared promotion and shared goodwill. One of the properties that I worked with, we had an event that we would sponsor called Festival of Trees. So it was an annual event that helped raise money for a nonprofit, and they worked with at-risk kids and teens by providing activities and mentors. And so basically, local organizations would all donate a tree. And so, and then we would host the event at our property. And so we would sponsor the event, host it, and then also donate a Christmas tree. And it was just a great way to partner with multiple organizations and feel like you were doing some good things, especially around holidays. All right, so how do we get started? The first thing you want to think about is defining your goals. Are you looking to increase exposure? Do you want to highlight some of your community efforts? If you feel like people don't know all the great things that you're doing, but you want to do it in a humble way, or maybe reach a new audience. Maybe you've decided to start targeting a new audience. So you want to define your goals. You want to build relationships with local media and influencers that align with your goals. I know this can feel overwhelming. So, start small, find a few that align with your branding values. So just because somebody has a ton of followers does not mean that they're going to provide you with a bunch of business. So reach out to those that really align with what you're trying to do. And reach out, start a conversation, work with your chamber or DMO, DLO, TDA. If your guest's ready, tell them you're interested in hosting influencers and journalists. It's always good to get on their radar as well. You also want to create engaging and newsworthy content. So find what works in gaining attention. Videos, picture galleries, contests, throwback Thursdays, interviews, whatever it might be for your business. And then find potential businesses that align with your brand and offering. So similar to finding the influencers, I encourage you to join like a networking event, whether it's through the chamber or something like that. That's a great way to meet other organizations that want to maybe help collaborate and do some good things together. So start small, be generous, and the others will want to reciprocate your kindness. And then be consistent and be intentional. Once you have a goal or two, stick with that for a few months, see what transpires, do things with purpose. Better to start slow, have intention than just kind of throwing ideas out there and hoping that something works. All right, a couple of examples here. First one, this is with NC Tripping. If you check them out on either Facebook or Instagram, they're incredible. Christina Riley started this about 5 years ago with her husband Carl, but they recently posted something about Wilkesboro, which is in Wilkes County, so one of our partners, and garnered some great likes. It's a colorful picture, it kind of aligns with what they're trying to do, and it was able to, provide some great exposure for them. And then Granville County, I know we've had folks join us from Granville County. It's in part of the Uplift region as well. They were featured in our state. And so just, looking here at this article that came out that's really focusing on craft brews, strawberries, and hot sauce festival. So again, just another, great way where our state can literally reach millions of people. To be able to be featured in something like this is a great little partner. Now, not to say that you have to aim for the stars, but it's always good to work with other partners out there to expand your reach. All right, so let's look at our key takeaways. There's 3 types of media. First one is paid, anything that you pay for. Owned, everything is on you, the website, your email newsletters, your social media. That's all owned media, and you control the message. And then earned media, and that's kind of what we talked about today. It can be the most challenging, but it can also be the most rewarding. We talked about collaborative campaigns that can really increase your likelihood of impactful earned media. And then for Kara, who understands when we were in school together, stakeholder theory, it's still one of my favorites because I feel like with hospitality, it always comes back to this. This argues that an organization should create value for all stakeholders, not just shareholders. So literally everyone and everything that your business impacts or touches should be considered when making business and operational decisions.